Hello friends, this is Pratik Grover from Methodology Maths by Pratik Grover. Our today's topic is the second part of exercise 5.2. The second part means it starts from the question number 11th. So, if you have not gone through the basic explanation of AP, that is the introduction of AP arithmetic progression, please go through that video. I have given the link of that video in the description of this video. And also the first part of the exercise 5.2, the description contains the link of that video too. So it's my concern that you please go through those videos first and then come back to this video. If you have already gone through those videos, we can go to start with this second part, actually this question number 11th of exercise 5.2. So before starting, please subscribe to my channel if you have not done yet, and please click that bell icon so that you get a notification whenever I post a new video regarding your topic. So let us start with the 11th sum of exercise 5.2. The 11th sum is, which term of an AP? AP given to us, and I am not right, okay, the AP given to us is 3, 15, 27, 39, ... This is the AP given. So using this AP, what things which we get, that is A is 3, the first term is 3. What is the common difference? As you can see, second term minus first term, that is 12. This is the common difference. Now the question is, which term of the AP is 132 more than its 54th term? Means you have to term which term, that is you have to find n. You have to find n. Which term means you have to find n. But to find that n, they have compared the value of an. Which term of an AP is 132 more than 54th term? So an is that term which is 132 greater than 54th term, which is 132 greater than 54th term. Now, what is the formula of an? That is a plus n minus 1d. This is the formula of an. What is a of 54? That is a plus 53d. Am I right? E plus 132, which was already in the equation. This a and a will cancel out. A and A on both sides will get cancelled out. We don't know n, we have to find this n. So I'll keep that in bracket only. And what is d? D is 12. So this will be n minus 1 equal into 12. Here also, if I substitute 53 multiplied by 12 plus 132, this will be n minus 1 multiplied by 12 equals to 53 into 12, 636 plus 132. If we add, this will be n minus 1 multiplied by 12. If you add them, it will be 8, 6, 768. This 12 will come in the denominator. So n minus 1 will be 768 divided by 12. That is 64. N minus 1 is 64. So to find n, this 1 has to be taken on the right hand side. So 64 plus 1, that is 65. So 65th term of this AP would be 132 more than 54th term. 132 more than 54th term. Understood this sum? So let us proceed towards the 12th sum. The 12th sum is, two APs have the same common difference. The difference between their 100th term is 100. What is the difference between their 1000th term? There are two APs, AP1 and AP2. In these two APs, their first term is not same. So first term of AP1 I am taking it small a, and the first term of AP2 I am taking it as capital A. Difference, the common difference, as we know that the common difference of both the APs are given same, so I am writing small d and small d in both of them. The difference between their 100th term, so 100th term, this will be small a by a, so small a 100, and this will be a 100. The difference between these two terms is 100. I am taking this capital A, this term to be greater value, so I may write a 100 minus a 100 will be equals to 100. The difference between the 100th term is given as 100. So this is the 100th term of second AP and this is the 100th term of first AP. The difference between their values is 100. This is given to us. Let us substitute the equation. What is a of 100? That would be a plus 99d minus this a 100 will be a plus 99d, but we cannot keep it like this because there was a minus sign ahead. So I will be keeping this in bracket because of this minus sign these both terms should get subtracted, equals to 100. If I open the bracket now, this would be a plus 99d minus a minus 99d minus a minus 99d equals to 100. Always remember, when you are substituting something binomial after the negative sign, if you are substituting something which is a binomial or trinomial, not monomial, always keep a minus sign and keep a bracket. This bracket will make you remember that this minus has to be multiplied with all the terms, and thus the sign of all the terms will get changed. If you forget to keep brackets, you may make a mistake. You will only make one term negative, the other term will not be negative. Here see, 99d will cancel out. It will remain a minus a equals to 100. This is our first equation. We got this. Now the question is, find the difference between their 1000th term. Find the difference between their 1000th term. So we have to find a of 1000 minus small a of 1000. Yeah, this we have to find out. We have to find out this. What is a of 1000? It will be a plus 999d 999d minus this a of 1000 will be a plus 999d. Again I will be keeping a bracket because there is a negative sign ahead. Opening the bracket, so a plus 999d minus a minus 999d. This 999 and 999d cancel out. It will remain a minus a. What is the value of a minus a? We have written this. A minus a is equals to 100. So the difference between the 1000th term is also 100. The difference between the 100th term is also 100. The difference between 1000th term will also be 100. Understood? So let us proceed towards the 13th sum. 13th question. How many 3-digit numbers are divisible by 7? How many 3-digit numbers are divisible by 7? So what is the first 3-digit number which is divisible by 7? So the first 3-digit number is 105. Okay, so the first 3-digit number which is divisible by 7 is 105. That is the first term of the AP. Now what would be the common difference? If a number has to be multiple of 7, the next number will come after 7 digits. So the common difference will be plus 7. Understood? See, the first term is 105. Why? This is the smallest 3-digit number which is a multiple of 7. Now what will be the next multiple of 7? Obviously if we add 7 to it, we will get the next multiple of 7. So common difference will be 7. And we have to find total number of 3-digit numbers which are divisible by 7. That means we have to find what is the last 3-digit number, highest 3-digit number which is divisible by 7, which is divisible by 7. It's 994. Why I have found out the greatest 3-digit number which is a multiple of 7 is, if I find, see, there is an AP. First term is 105, the common difference is 7. If I find at which position this 994 will come, which is the highest 3-digit number, which is a multiple of 7, I'll get the total number of terms. क्योंकि जो लास्ट वैल्यू है उसको वो कौन सी पोजीशन पे आता है, वो कौन सी टर्म की पोजीशन पे आता है, अगर मुझे वही पता चल गया तो मुझे तो फाइनल आंसर मिल गया कि टोटल कितनी टर्म्स है. अंडरस्टूड. सो वी विल फाइंड n फॉर दिस वैल्यू. We have our formula an equals to a plus n minus 1 d. We have to find n here. An is 994, a is 105, n minus 1 as it is, and d is 7. This 105 will go on that side. It will be 994 minus 105 equals to n minus 1 multiplied by 7. If you subtract this, it will get 889 equals to n minus 1 into 7. This 7 will get divided. We will get 1, 2, 7. 127 equals to n minus 1. This value will always be divisible. It will never come in fraction or in decimal. This 1 will go that side, it will get added. So n will be equals to 128. So there are total, see, this term 994 is the 128th term of this AP. So if this is the last term, so that means how many total terms are there? 128. Understood? अगर ये लास्ट टर्म है और इसकी पोजीशन 128th पोजीशन है और ये लास्ट टर्म है, मतलब इसके बाद कोई और इक्वेशन, इसके बाद कोई नंबर है ही नहीं. सो 128 आर द टोटल नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स इन दैट AP. Simple. Okay. I am giving 14th one as an homework. How many multiples of 4 lie between? I am just giving an example. Method explanation, you can do it by yourself. How many multiples of 4? Now multiples of 4 means difference is 4. Lie between 10 and 250. So what is the number which is greater than 10 and first multiple of 4? That is 12. Difference is 4. And the last number between which we have to find is 250. So what is the number which is a multiple of 4 but less than 250? That is 248. So your last term is 248 and again you have to find n. Simple. Will you be able to find it? Shall I proceed to the 15th sum? Okay. Now 15th sum. For what value of n, you have to find the value of n. The nth terms of two APs. Two APs are given to us. AP1 and I am writing AP2. Two APs are given to us. In first AP, the first term small a I am writing as 63 and the common difference d is second term 65 minus first term 63, the common difference is 2. In the second AP, the first term I am writing as capital A is given 3 and the common difference given to us, I am writing it capital D. Common difference is given to us is second term is 10 minus 3, that is equals to 7. Now the question is, there is a term in which both the terms are having same value. You have to find the position of that term. There is a term on the same position for which they have the same values. Therefore, a of n is equals to capital A of n. They have the same value and for this position you have to find n. मतलब क्या है, एक ऐसी टर्म है nth पोजीशन पे, दोनों में उसकी दोनों एपीज की वैल्यू उस पोजीशन पे सेम हो जाती है. आपको n की वैल्यू फाइंड करनी है. तो इसका nth टर्म और इसका nth टर्म इक्वल होगा. इसकी nth टर्म की फॉर्मूला क्या होगी? a plus n minus 1d. And the formula for this nth term would be a plus n minus 1 d. As you can see, small and capital letters are properly bifurcated, so you may understand why small and why capital over there. This is 63 because small a was 63 plus n minus 1 into 2. Small d was 2. Capital A is 3 plus n minus 1 into capital D is 7. This 3 I am taking on this side, so 63 minus 3 will become 60. I am opening the bracket, this will become 2n minus 2. This 3 has been taken on that side, so don't write it again. I am just opening this bracket. 7n minus 7. Now this 2n will go on the right hand side and get subtracted. This minus 7 will go on the left hand side and gets added. So 60 plus 7 minus 2. This minus 7 gone on that side, becomes plus 7. This 2n is on the right hand side, so it will become subtracted. 67 minus 2, that is 65 equals to 5n. 65 equals to 5n. So my n will be equals to 13. So the 13th term of the AP, of both the APs, have the same value. They have the same equal value. Understood? Let us proceed towards the 16th sum. 16th sum is, determine the AP whose third term is 16. Third term is 16. That is A plus 2d equals to 16. This is my first equation. And we have to determine the AP. And the 7th term exceeds the 5th term by 12. 7th term exceeds the 5th term by 12. Understood? 7th term exceeds the 5th term by 12. Substituting the values, what is A of 7? That is A plus 6d. What is A of 5? A plus 4d plus 12. This A and A will cancel out. This 4d will go on the left hand side. So 6d minus 4d equals to 12. This will be 2d equals to 12 or d equals to 6. This will be d equals to 6. Substituting the value of d in the first equation. Substituting the value of d in the first equation. So we'll get A plus 2 multiplied by 6 equals to 16. A plus 2 multiplied by 6, see A plus 2d equals to 16. So this is A plus 12 equal to 16. 12 will go on that side. So A equals to 4. You got your first term. You got your common difference. Now just write the AP. So my AP would be, first term is 4 and the common difference is 6. So 4, 10, 16, 22. Just write the first 4 terms and then give this dot dot dot. Okay, that is a representation of an AP. Understood everyone? Let us proceed to the 17th sum. In 17th sum, see, you have not noticed or not, I am trying to do all the sums because in each and every sum something has to be explained. So that's why these sums are important. Each and every sum is having a different perception or different point of view to look at. So find the 17th question is, find the 20th term from the last term. The AP given to us is 3, 8, 13 dot 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 till 253. See, if we are looking at the terms in this direction from 3, 8, 13, it would be common difference and we say that it's an AP. Does it not mean that if we look from the last, it will be an AP too? हम इसको फर्स्ट टर्म मान लेते हैं और इसके बाद जो कॉमन डिफरेंस आएगा वो सेम ही तो होगा, क्योंकि अगर बढ़ सेम रहा है तो घट भी तो सेम रहा होगा. If it's increasing with the same rate, it will be decreasing with the same rate. So both ways it's an AP. Now the question is, find the 20th term from the back. 20th term from the back. So I am taking A to be as 253 from the back side. I am taking A as 253 from the back side. And my common difference would be, see, common difference I will not take second term minus first term. I will take first term minus second term जो लिखा हुआ है. क्यों? क्योंकि हम AP को इस तरफ से नहीं देख रहे हैं, अब AP को इस तरफ से देख रहे हैं। तो जब AP को इस तरफ से देख रहे हैं तो 3 जो है वो बाद की टर्म है और 8 जो है वो पहले की टर्म है। अंडरस्टूड? सो 3 माइनस 8 दैट इज इक्वल्स टू -1। क्यों हमने इसमें उल्टा किया? क्योंकि इन्होंने क्वेश्चन पूछा है 20th टर्म फ्रॉम द बैक साइड, फ्रॉम द लास्ट. So 20th term from the last, so the first term will be 253 from the last. So from the last 20th term, I need the common difference. This common difference would be 3 minus 8, not 8 minus 3, because if you look from the last, 3 comes after 8. So if 3 is coming after 8, we have to do 3 minus 8. So D comes out with -5. So now just find 20th term. What is 20th term? A plus 19D. A is 253 plus 19 multiplied by -5. 253 minus 95. This would be 8, 5, 158. 158. This is the 20th term from the last. Understood? Shall I proceed toward the 18th sum? The 18th sum, only my explanation is required and you can do it by yourself, again because we are going through that elimination method. So in 18th sum, question is the sum of the fourth term that is A of 4 and 8th term that is A of 8. The sum of the fourth term and 8th term is 24. So what is fourth term? That is A plus 3D. What is 8th term? That is A plus 7D equals to 24. This A plus A will be 2A. 3 plus 7 will be 10D equals to 24. As you can see, 2 is common, so we can take 2 common as A plus 5D equals to 24. This 2 will come in the denominator and gets divided. So A plus 5D equals to 12. This is my first equation. The second equation is the sum of 6th term and 10th term. A of 6 plus A of 10 is equals to 44. Is equals to 44. What is A of 6th term? That is A of 5D. What is 10th term? A plus 9D equals to 44. You get 2A plus 14D equals to 44. This again 2 can be divided, so it will become A plus 7D equals to 22. Similar way, as we have taken common 2 in this term, we can take common 2 over here also and we can divide it. So you got these two equations. Elimination, use the elimination method and solve these two equations. Find A and D. एक बार D मिलेगा, फिर उसको सब्स्टिट्यूट करोगे तो A मिल जाएगा. After finding A and D, the question is find the first 3 terms of AP. तो A तो मिल गया, वो फर्स्ट टर्म हो गई, उसमें D ऐड कर दीजिए, सेकंड टर्म हो गई, फिर एक और बार D ऐड कर दीजिए, थर्ड टर्म हो गई. पहले जो A मिलेगा वो फर्स्ट टर्म, फिर एक D मिलेगा, वो उसमें हम A में ऐड करेंगे तो हमको सेकंड टर्म मिलेगा, और फिर वापस से हम एक और बार D को ऐड करेंगे तो हमको थर्ड टर्म मिल जाएगा. होप दिस इज अंडरस्टूड. ओके, so I am proceeding towards the 19th sum. 19th sum, the question is Subha Rao started work in 1995 at an annual salary of rupees 5,000 and received an increment of rupees 200 each year. पहले तो 1995 में उन्होंने अपनी जॉब चालू की और उनकी एक साल की सैलरी थी 5,000 रुपीज. सो योर फर्स्ट टर्म इज 5,000. नाउ शी इज गेटिंग एन इंक्रीमेंट ऑफ 200 रुपीज पर ईयर. सो द कॉमन डिफरेंस इज 200 रुपीज. इन विच ईयर did his income reach 7,000 rupees? Means the income is now 7,000 rupees and you have to find in which year is the income 7,000 rupees. First of all, we find how many years it took for him to reach from 5,000 to 7,000. So that means I have to find n. If I'll be able to find n, that is the number of years which he took to reach from 5,000 7,000, then I'll simply add the number of years to 1995 because he started the job in 1995 with this much amount. Easy? Understood? So therefore, AN equals to A plus N minus 1D, that is 7,000 equals to 5,000 plus N minus 1 into 200. This 5,000 will go on that side, it will get subtracted. So it will be 2,000 equals to N minus 1 multiplied by 200. This 200 will go on the left hand side and get divided. 2000 divided by 200 is 10 equals to N minus 1. This 1 will go on that side, it will get added. So N will be equals to 11. So after 11 hard working years, he got salary 7,000 rupees yearly. Therefore, 1995 plus 11. If you add 1995 plus 11, you will get 2006. After 11 years, his salary was 7,000 rupees. So which year would it be? In 1995 he started job, plus 11 years, that is 2006. In 2006 his salary would be 7,000 rupees per year. Understood? Last sum for the exercise and hopefully for this video. 20 sum. Ramkali saved rupees 5 in the first week of a year. So first savings, that is 5 rupees. So that is my first term, A. And then increased her weekly savings by 1 rupee 75 paisa. So she started saving more and more, and in every week she was successfully saving 1.75 paisa extra week by week. If in the nth week her weekly savings becomes 20.75, now her savings became, that is the nth term, her savings became 20.75. So you have to find n. Find n. After how many weeks her savings became 20.75. So an equals to A plus n minus 1 d. 20.75 equals to 5 plus n minus 1 into 1.75. This 5 will get subtracted, it will become 15.75 equals to n minus 1 into 1.75. This 15.75 and this 1.75 will go on that side, it gets divided, and we will get 9 equals to n minus 1. This 1 will go on that side, it will get added, so n will be equals to 10. So 10th week she would be having savings of 20.75 rupees. So that's all for today. We may continue with the new concept of sum of n terms of an AP in our next video. Stay tuned. Okay, so we'll meet in the next video. Bye bye.